Golf isn't supposed to be dangerous. You're supposed to hear birds, not sirens, applause, not screams. But what if I told you a woman lost her eye at the Ryder Cup, a man got crushed by a tree at Augusta and survived by inches, and a pro golfer jumped into a lake to celebrate and snapped his leg in half? All of it happened. All of it was filmed. None of it felt like golf. This is a countdown of the 15 wildest, bloodiest, most brutal moments ever caught on a golf course, things you wouldn't believe, unless you saw them with your own eyes. Number 15. Thomas Levet's broken leg, 2011 French Open. You just won a professional tournament, you're pumped, adrenaline's surging. What do? If you're Thomas Levet, apparently, you jump into a lake next to the 18th green. Only one problem, that water's a lot shallower than it looks. And in that one leap, Levet broke his leg. You can see him limping as he tries to play it cool. It wasn't a horror movie level accident, but it was scary in a different way, the kind where joy flips into pain in seconds. Number 14. Keegan Bradley hits spectator, 2013 President's Cup. Golfers miss shots. It happens. But when Keegan Bradley missed his mark at the 2013 President's Cup, the ball didn't just end up in the rough, it nailed a spectator directly in the head. The sound it made? Not something you forget. Even the on-course mic picked it up. A brutal crack that echoed across the fairway. The fan collapsed. Panic followed. Players froze. The gallery went dead silent. Thankfully, the spectator recovered, but it just goes to show how while golf is supposed to be silent and safe, but sometimes it's anything but. Number 13. Tiger Woods hits spectator, 2010 Memorial Tournament. Tiger Woods, arguably the biggest name in golf, known for precision, focus, greatness, and on the opening tee at the 2010 Memorial, he shanked one directly into the gallery. It hit a spectator in the neck, zero warning, just bam, full speed projectile straight from Tiger's club to someone's flesh. Cynics said Tiger knew the creek was in play and just went for the gallery to avoid it. But regardless of intention, the outcome was brutal. The fan dropped like a sack of bricks. And Tiger, he barely reacted. Later, Tiger went to meet the fan and gave him a signed glove for his troubles. Number 12. Phil Mickelson hits course marshal, 2016 Memorial Tournament. Phil Mickelson's charm is legendary. Lefties always had a way with fans, which made this moment even scarier, because it was Phil who accidentally drilled a course marshal right in the head. At the 2016 Memorial, Phil's shot sailed left, really left. It struck a volunteer named Joshua Stanfield with full force. The hat saved him, seriously. His cap absorbed most of the blow, though he still took a pretty good wallop. Mickelson was classy as always. He walked over, joked about it, signed his glove, and handed it over as a peace offering. But here's the scary part. What if the hat hadn't been there? A few inches lower, and it's a whole different story. Number 11, Robert Allenby hits spectator, 2010 Australian Masters. Robert Allenby's approach shot hooked hard and hit a man in the head. Clean, direct shot. No shout of four. Just silence. Until the thud. The fan collapsed. Blood visible. Medics rushed in. What made it worse? Allenby never warned the crowd. He's had clashes with fans before, so this only added fuel to the fire. Whether it was carelessness or habit, it left people angry. Because when you swing a club at full speed near a crowd, warning them isn't optional, it's your job. Number 10. Jordan Spieth's misfire at the 2025 Memorial Tournament. The 2025 Memorial Tournament. Jordan Spieth, hole 1. He's in the rough behind a mess of trees. Most would chip out, take the medicine, play smart. But Jordan isn't most. He sees a window, a slim one, and goes for it. He swings. The ball takes off and flies like it's shot from a cannon, directly toward the crowd. People scatter. One guy nearly eats a Titleist for breakfast. Commentators gasp. The broadcast freezes. The camera doesn't even catch the landing because it's too busy watching the fans duck for cover. The ball misses a man's face by inches. Inches. Spieth was calm as ever. Makes par. Walks off. But online, there was mayhem. Some blamed Jordan. Others blamed the course layout. But the real question was simple. Why are fans allowed to stand that close? One bad bounce, and this story has a stretcher in it. It wasn't an accident that ended in blood, but it came damn close. Number 9. Jason Day collapses at the 2015 US Open. The 2015 US Open at Chambers Bay was already a nightmare for most players. Fast greens, weird bounces, high winds. Then Jason Day drops, middle of the 18th green, second round. He goes down hard like he's been shot. The crowd goes silent. Caddies freeze. His playing partners stare, unsure of what to do. It wasn't dehydration. It wasn't an ankle. It was vertigo, and not the slightly dizzy kind. This was full-blown, floor-spinning, room-twisting vertigo, the kind that makes standing up feel like mountain climbing. Everyone thought he was done, that he'd withdraw. But somehow, Jason finishes the hole. And the next day, he comes back. Ties for the lead after round 3. Insane. By Sunday, it finally catches up to him. He fades to T9, but that wasn't the story. The story was that he even finished. That he kept going while the world watched his body betray him. Number 8. Falling trees at the 2023 Masters. The 2023 Masters. Warm day, light breeze, fans quietly watching from near the 17th tee. Then, crack. 2 giant pine trees snap and crash to the ground, taking out chairs and missing dozens of spectators by feet, maybe inches. Screams, chaos, people diving for cover. Augusta National isn't supposed to look like that. This is a place known for order, calm, control, but nature didn't care. No one was hurt, not one person. Somehow, but for a few seconds, the safest course in the world turned into a disaster zone. Number 7, Jon Rahm's errant shot hits a spectator, 2025 PGA Championship. Quail Hollow, 3rd round of the 2025 PGA Championship. Jon Rahm is dialed in, focused, chasing the lead. Then, on the 11th hole, things go sideways. He pulls an iron, makes his move. The ball launches, but it's off, just slightly off. And then the sound, not a cheer, not applause, a thud, a sickening one. The ball drills a spectator in the side of the head. It happens fast. 1 second, everyone's watching Rahm. The next, the crowd's parting around a man staggering backward. People rush in. The guy's dazed but standing. He manages a weak thumbs up. Rahm sees it. His entire expression changes. He jogs over, wraps the guy in a hug, and signs the glove right off his hand. Number 6, Jacques takes a shot to the groin. South Africa, Sunshine Tour. Jacques is lining up a recovery shot behind a tree. Nothing fancy, just trying to punch it back into play. He swings, and the ball ricochets directly into his groin. Not a glance, not a graze. A full-speed rebound off the tree and straight to the family jewels. He drops like he's been sniped, hands on knees, grimacing, face pale. The type of pain every guy watching could feel in their soul. Number 5. Rory McIlroy sends a fan into a cactus, 2014 WGC. Dove Mountain, Arizona, 2014 WGC Accenture Match Play. Rory McIlroy, one of the best ball strikers on the planet, steps up to a tricky desert lie, the kind of shot that can go anywhere, and unfortunately, it does. He strikes the ball and it flies left, not dangerously left. Just enough to catch the edge of the gallery, and that's when it hits a fan. Square in the chest. But here's the kicker. The guy stumbles backward into a cholla cactus. Now, if you've never seen a cholla, imagine nature's version of a medieval torture device. Barbs, hooks, needles, and they stick. The man's back is instantly covered. Panic erupts. Medics rush in. People are literally using pliers to pull spines out of the guy's skin. Even Rory looks shaken. Golf balls hitting people is scary. But adding cactus shrapnel to the mix is just next level. Number 4. Pablo Larrazabal swarmed by hornets, 2014 Maybank Malaysian Open. If you've ever worried about a wasp during your backswing, prepare to feel very validated. Pablo Larrazabal is in the middle of his round at the 2014 Maybank Malaysian Open. Everything's normal until it's not. He starts swatting at the air, Not once, over and over, and suddenly he's full-on sprinting. He's being attacked by hornets, a swarm, people panic, caddies run, fans scatter. Larrazabal tosses his club, rips off his shirt, and jumps headfirst into a lake. Seriously, that was his escape plan. Dive into the water like it's a James Bond scene. He got stung over 20 times, medics patched him up, and then he birdied the next hole. No joke. The guy got jumped by killer hornets, went for a swim mid-round, and still shot under par. Maybe not the scariest moment for fans, but for Pablo, straight up nightmare. Number 3. Brooks Koepka injures a spectator at the 2018 Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup 2018, France. Koepka's drive on the 6th hole takes a violent hook. No time to react. The ball slams into the crowd, right into a woman's face. She falls. Blood is visible. Medics rush in. Koepka sprints down the fairway. What he finds stuns him. The woman's eye is swollen shut. She's in shock. Later, doctors confirm the worst, permanent vision loss. That single shot ended her ability to see out of one eye. She sued the event organizers, argued they didn't protect fans properly. And honestly, she had a point. Number 2, lightning kills a spectator at the 1991 US Open. It was supposed to be a fairy tale Sunday, June 1991. Hazeltine National Golf Club. The US Open was in full swing. Then, without warning, the storm rolled in. At 12:50 p.m., play was officially suspended, but lightning had already started cracking across the sky, and 40,000 people were still on the course. Fans scrambled for cover. Some players left immediately. Others hesitated. Near the 11th tee, 6 men stood beneath a tree, trying to wait it out. Then, the strike. There was a lightning bolt that directly hit a tree on the course. The men collapsed instantly. Medical teams arrived within a minute, but the damage was done. 1 man died of cardiac arrest. Another was listed in critical condition. The remaining 4 suffered burns and were hospitalized overnight. Tournament officials later explained their weather protocol, radar systems, lightning detection, even a custom AccuWeather feed. But no system is perfect, and on that day, it wasn't enough. This wasn't just an unfortunate accident, it was a nightmare. One that unfolded in real time, in front of cameras, players, and families. One moment, a fan was watching golf. The next, he was gone. Number 1, the tragic absence of Grayson Murray, 2025 Sony Open. The 2025 Sony Open didn't start with a tee shot. It started with silence. Grayson Murray, a 2-time PGA Tour winner, had taken his life just days before the event. He'd been open about his battles with anxiety, depression, and alcohol. He had tried to get help, fought his way back into the sport, and for a moment, it looked like he'd won. But behind the scenes, he was still struggling. At the Sony Open, players wore black ribbons. Webb Simpson, one of his closest friends, barely made it through his interview. Grayson's parents created a foundation in his name to help players dealing with silent pain. We talk about injuries, accidents, bad bounces. But this was the kind of scary no one claps for, no one rewatches, no one laughs off. Because sometimes the scariest moment isn't on the course, it's the one where someone's just gone. So the next time you see someone say golf is boring, slow, safe, show them this video. Show them the fans who ducked falling trees, the players who collapsed, the spectators who never saw it coming, the guy who played a shot with 1 foot on a cliff. This game doesn't have tackles. It doesn't have head trauma every Sunday, but don't think for a second that it's soft. Behind the green jackets and polite claps are stories that still give players chills. These were the scariest moments in golf history.